The delicate balance of our ecosystems is constantly under threat from invasive plant species. These non-native plants, often introduced unintentionally or for horticultural purposes, have proven to be formidable adversaries to native vegetation. They possess a remarkable ability to rapidly spread and outcompete the plants that have evolved within their respective habitats over thousands of years. The consequences of invasive plants can be devastating, causing ecological disruptions, economic losses, and the degradation of natural habitats. In this video, we will explore 20 notorious invasive plant species that demand our attention and vigilance. Ranging from towering trees to creeping vines and resilient grasses, these plants have successfully invaded diverse environments worldwide. By familiarizing ourselves with these invaders and understanding their destructive potential, we can take proactive measures to prevent their spread and protect the health and integrity of our ecosystems. Join us as we delve into the world of invasive plants, uncovering their unique characteristics, ecological impacts, and the challenges they pose to our environment. Together, we will empower ourselves with knowledge and strategies to combat these notorious invaders and preserve the natural diversity and balance that our ecosystems rely on for their survival. 20 notorious invasive plants you should watch out for. Japanese knotweed, Fallopia japonica. Originally introduced as an ornamental plant, Japanese knotweed has become one of the most notorious invasive species. It forms dense thickets that crowd out native plants and can cause damage to buildings and infrastructure due to its strong root system. Controlling Japanese knotweed requires persistent efforts, as even small root fragments can regenerate into new plants. Kudzu, Purularia montana. Known as the vine that ate the South in the United States, kudzu is a fast-growing climbing vine. It smothers trees, shrubs, and other vegetation, preventing their access to sunlight. Kudzu is extremely difficult to eradicate once established, and its rapid growth rate allows it to cover large areas in a short period. Giant hogweed, Heracleum Mantegazzianum. Native to the Caucasus region, giant hogweed is a towering plant that can reach heights of 15 feet or more. While it may seem impressive, its sap contains toxic chemicals that can cause severe burns and skin irritation when exposed to sunlight. It outcompetes native plants and poses a health risk to humans, making it important to avoid contact and report its presence. Himalayan balsam, Impatiens glandulifera. This plant was introduced as an ornamental species, but has become a highly invasive weed in many countries. Himalayan balsam spreads rapidly along riverbanks and other damp areas, displacing native plants and reducing biodiversity. Its explosive seed pods can eject seeds several meters away, aiding in its extensive colonization. Yellow star thistle, Centaurea solstitialis. Originally from the Mediterranean region, yellow star thistle is a highly invasive plant that thrives in dry, open areas. It outcompetes native plants and forms dense stands that are unsuitable for foraging animals. Its spiny bracts make it unpalatable, reducing grazing and causing economic losses for livestock producers. Purple loosestrife, Lythrum Salicaria. Purple loosestrife is a tall, perennial plant that produces dense spikes of purple flowers. It is highly invasive in wetland areas, where it displaces native wetland plants and reduces habitat for wildlife. Its ability to produce a large number of seeds and its lack of natural predators contribute to its rapid spread. Water hyacinth, Eichhornia crassipes. Originally from South America, water hyacinth is a free-floating aquatic plant that forms dense mats on the water's surface. It blocks sunlight and depletes oxygen levels, leading to the death of submerged plants and aquatic animals. Water hyacinth can rapidly colonize water bodies, clogging waterways and disrupting ecosystems. Garlic mustard, Alligator petiolata. Garlic mustard is a biennial plant that has become a widespread invasive species in North America. It dominates forest understories, outcompeting native wildflowers and tree seedlings. Garlic mustard produces chemicals that inhibit the growth of beneficial soil fungi, further impacting native plant communities. Tree of Heaven, Ailanthus altissima. Originally from China, the Tree of Heaven is a fast-growing deciduous tree that can quickly establish dense stands. It has a high tolerance for harsh conditions and can thrive in urban areas, along roadsides, and in disturbed habitats. Tree of Heaven is known to produce a chemical that suppresses the growth of other plants, allowing it to dominate an area. Scotch broom, Cytisus scoparius. Scotch broom is a woody shrub with bright yellow flowers that is native to Europe. It has invaded many regions worldwide, including North America, Australia, and New Zealand. Scotch broom forms dense stands in open areas, displacing native vegetation and altering fire regimes. English ivy, Hedera helix. English ivy is a climbing vine that is native to Europe, but has become invasive in many parts of North America. It aggressively spreads over trees, buildings, and other structures, causing harm by shading out native vegetation and potentially damaging structures it covers. Russian olive, Elaeagnus angustifolia. Originally introduced as an ornamental plant, Russian olive has become invasive in North America. It forms dense thickets along waterways, displacing native vegetation and altering habitats. Russian olive is also capable of fixing nitrogen, which can negatively impact soil nutrient levels. Brazilian pepper, Schinus terebinthifolius. Brazilian pepper, also known as Christmas berry, is a shrub or small tree native to South America. It has invaded various regions, including Florida and the United States. Brazilian pepper forms dense thickets, crowding out native plants, and negatively impacting natural ecosystems. Myellominute weed, Persicaria perfoliata. As the name suggests, myellominute weed is a rapidly spreading vine that can cover large areas in a short time. It has triangular leaves and small, barbed structures that aid in its climbing. Native to Asia, this invasive plant outcompetes native species and poses a threat to natural habitats. Saltcedar, Tamarix spp. Saltcedar, also known as tamarisk, is a woody shrub or small tree that is invasive in arid and semi-arid regions. It colonizes riverbanks and other water bodies, displacing native plants and reducing water availability for other species. Saltcedar has high salt tolerance and can further degrade soil quality. Japanese stiltgrass, Microstegium viminaeum. Japanese stiltgrass is an annual grass that was introduced as packing material in shipments from Asia. It spreads rapidly, particularly in shaded forest understories, forming dense mats that outcompete native vegetation. Its ability to produce a large number of seeds contributes to its invasiveness. Purple loosestrife, Lythrum salicaria. Purple loosestrife is worth mentioning again due to its widespread invasion in wetland areas. Its beautiful purple flowers may deceive people, but this plant can severely disrupt natural wetland ecosystems, reducing biodiversity and impacting water flow. Phragmites, Phragmites australis. Commonly known as common reed, Phragmites is a tall, perennial grass that forms dense stands in wetland areas. It outcompetes native vegetation, reducing habitat quality for waterfowl and other wetland-dependent species. Phragmites can quickly colonize disturbed or degraded wetlands. Japanese honeysuckle, Lonicera japonica. Japanese honeysuckle is a vine that was introduced as an ornamental plant, but has become invasive in many regions. It climbs over shrubs, trees, and other structures, smothering native vegetation. Japanese honeysuckle has a rapid growth rate and spreads easily, posing a significant threat to native ecosystems. Alligator weed, Alternanthera phylloxeroides. Alligator weed is a perennial herb that is native to South America, but has become invasive in various parts of the world. It forms dense mats in aquatic and wetland habitats, displacing native plants and impacting water flow. Alligator weed can also hinder recreational activities, like fishing and boating. In conclusion, It is crucial to remain vigilant and informed about the presence of invasive plants in our ecosystems. The 20 notorious invasive plants highlighted in this video represent a fraction of the numerous species that pose a significant threat to biodiversity, native flora, and fauna. By recognizing and understanding the characteristics and impacts of these invasive plants, we can take proactive steps to prevent their spread and mitigate their damaging effects. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more health and wellness content.